Hi, welcome back to my blog stampwithlane.com. Today I'm going to show you a different measurement for the box and a card. This is a rectangular one, and with Easter coming up I thought I'd better get it in quick. You start off with a piece of cardstock that is A4 size and it's cut in half. Then we need our scoreboard. And first we score on the short side at 1.5 inches, which is 3.8 centimetres, and then rotate it on the long side, and we want to score at 7 inches, which is 17.2 centimetres, and at 11 inches, which is 27.9 centimetres. And then you need to cut your cardstock on this 7-inch score line, or 17.2 centimetre score line, up until this score line here. Can you see that? And while we've got the scissors handy, we'll also snip that little rectangle off. And that's the flap for your box. We will go back and score some more, but it's because I want to stamp on here, and that's why I can't really score yet, because then the score lines will all show. Next we're going to stamp with this hardwood stamp set, because this is what we're trying to achieve. We want to stamp on this 3 sides, but we don't want to stamp on the back. So that's the reason why I haven't scored the rest of the lines yet. So you need to fold this back. So this is the side you want to stamp. And we'll get the Melon Mambo ink out. A hardwood stamp. Ink it up. I only need half of it really, so I don't need to ink the whole wood stamp, but I think I prefer this side. So put my paper across like that. And this is the outside of the box, so this is the bit I want to stamp. So if I fold that back, then I can eyeball this and stamp. Give it a good rub. Lift it off carefully. So that's one side done. Now we want to do the other side. Hopefully I'll get this in the right place and stamp again. This time I need to shift my paper the other side. And voila! So you have 3 stamp sides. So now we want to do the rest of the scoring. So at 1.5 inches, that's the depth of your box, which is 3.8 centimetres, and the width of your box is 4 inches, so then the next score line will be at 5.5 inches, which is 14 centimetres. Now you're ready to cut these lines. And before I do anything else, I want to glue the back portion where you can write and put your sentiment. Now this is the back piece for the box. So the flaps will go down like this. So this is the upright position. And so the tab is now on your left. So this piece measures 3 3/4 by 3 7/8, and in centimeters that's 9.5 centimeters by 9.8 centimeters. Before I glue this onto that portion, I really should stamp it first. So the stamp set I'm using is Backyard Basics. It's got a coordinating framelit die cutting set, and the image I'm using is this tulip. Now we need to do a bit of colouring, so I'm using an aqua pen and gumball green. If you squeeze the lid, you can get some ink on the lid and use it as a palette. Now we're going to swap inks with Melon Mambo. I've cleaned my brush on my hand as it happens. Gosh, that's vibrant. Bring back our card, and now we're ready to glue this onto the back of the panel. If only the glue would come out. And then it all comes out in a great big splotch. Oops. Need a bit of Tombow on the end. Burnish our score lines first. And now it's ready to put the bridge support in it, which is this piece of paper here. Now you need to cut your bridge support, which should match your card base, and this is cut at 5.5 by 1.5 inches. And in centimeters, I think that's 14 by, what's 1.5? 3.8 centimeters. And then you need to score at 3/4 of an inch on each end. Then you fold the card into a Z fold like so, and I've deliberately measured it so that in fact this the 3/4 inch there and the 3/4 inch there adds up to 1.5 inches. So if you butt it up to flush to the edge of the box there, it should fit with no problems. You don't have to fiddle around with it. Sticky strip on there. So just shy of the score line. And remember, it's the opposite side, so you need to flip it over so you can put sticky tape on the other side. Whoops. I've removed the backing and I'm ready to pop it into my box. Make sure this doesn't accidentally stick. So have it flush with the edge there, and then flush with the edge here on the opposite side. Then when you fold it flat, press it down, it's all in situ and it's a perfect fit. Next, I've cut a piece of gumball green cardstock, and this measures 1.5 by just shy of 4 inches, and in centimetres that is 10 centimetres by 3.8 centimetres. So here's the fringing scissors. Remember not to cut right where the screw is and not right to the tip, otherwise you'll find that the paper might tear. And if you want it finer, you can cut in between. I've cut my grass. Now I'm ready to glue that onto my box. So it's going to go here, so remember you glue the front of your grass, not the back. And ask me how I know, because it's not a problem anyway, you can just turn it around. So glue there, and then we can pop the grass on top. And we can zhuzh it up a bit so it's not standing to attention. And now we're ready to put our flowers in. I've stamped more images on this tulip from Backyard Basics, and I've already coloured them, and now I'm ready to run it through the Big Shot. So I sandwich it between the two plates, and top of my magnetic platform. It would help if I had the die. So pop that on, and then I'll go and cut these and I'll be back shortly. I used the Gingham Garden Designer Series paper and cut 3 pieces of cardstock, DSP, which measures, I did have the measurements here just now, 9.5 centimetres or by 3.2 centimetres, or 3 3/4 inches by 1 1/4 inches. So I'm running out of, yes, I do use an old-fashioned camera which still, for videoing, which still uses tape, and it looks as though I'm going to run out of tape and battery. So that goes on there, and this one on the reverse side goes on here. Then you need 3 squares cut at 1 1/4 inches or 3.2 centimetres, and you need 3 of those. So these 2 goes on the ends here, and oh no, you need 4, and 2 go on the bottom on the reverse side there. So actually when you come to close the card, it would still look pretty. I haven't got much tape left, so here it is all assembled. I'm missing a Easter greeting. I can't find the stamp at the moment, but basically that's it. So when you, the eggs were cut from the Backyard Basics, and the little rabbit came from this Baby We've Grown set. I really love that. So thanks for watching, and come back for more inspiration another time.